Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning. We're back with another episode here of the Ros-Albastrii, the Steaua Bucharest save. Now, today we've got a very important game coming up in the Champions League group stages against Juventus. We have played a couple of games since our last episode, which was yesterday, where we played Dinamo Bucharest. So let's run the intro and get into today's game. So the first game since we played Dinamo Bucharest came in the Romanian League Cup quarterfinals, where we played Gazmetan Medias at home at the National Arena at Bucharest, and we come out 3-0 winners here. Very convincing win, 59% of play. Where we scored a goal in the second half, 2 in the first half, and we come out really good winners in this League Cup quarterfinal game. And we've progressed now into the semis. So from the height of our victory in the League Cup quarter-final, we come back into league action and we played FC Voluntari, where we ran out a comprehensive 2-0 winners. Goals from Cyprian, Maxim and Rick Baldwin in 2 minutes of injury time sealed the win. We dominated the game with 67% of possession from 25 shots at goal. By far the better team. They had a man sent off in the 91st minute, but the game was already wrapped up, by which point Rick Baldwin scoring from the penalty spot. So now today we're moving in. We've got an important game coming up against Juventus in the Champions League group stages. And as you can see, our first game in the group stages, we drew 1-1 with Man City. We've got Zenit St. Petersburg coming up next after that. So today's game is going to be quite tough. They beat Zenit. It looks like 1-0 in the first game. Let's have a quick look at the schedule. So yeah, they beat them 2-1 in the first game, so it's going to be interesting to see. They're currently doing quite well in the Serie A. They won the title last season, so let's get into today's game. So a quick look at the lineup then for today's game. Juventus are going with 3 at the back with Congolo, Bonucci and Rugani. They've then got 4 ahead, Alba and Quadrado in the wing-back positions, Sergio Sampa and Claudio Marchisio in defensive mids. They've got a big gap right the way up to Keita and Berardi, with Gonzalo Higuain leading the line. We're going with 3 at the back. We've got Cyprian, Maxim and Arthur Masuaku in the wing-back positions, Maniru and Lucha in the middle of the park, with Rick Baldwin, Christian Lakucha and Callum Griffin up front. We've given the instructions. We're going to get into today's game now, and we're going to play this one on key as well, because we want to push this series on a bit now. We don't want to be going on for longer than we need to, really. So we've kicked off and it is 0-0 here after the first minute or so. We're going with a counter philosophy as is usual with this formation that we're running today. Griffin plays the ball to Maxim, who plays the ball back to Jack Stevens, who's back in the side today after sitting out the last couple of games. And Lakucha finds Masuaku in a lot of space here, and he finds Callum Griffin right on the back post, and that is 1-0 to the mighty Steaua Bucharest. So we've taken the lead here at the San Siro. Masuaku, lovely cross there past the keeper. Griffin on the back post, putting the ball in the back of the net. And we have got a very, very nice lead here in the first 20 minutes of the game. And we're just going to assertively tell the lads now that we want them to concentrate. We don't want them to give anything away. So Baldwin plays the ball to Masuaku, finds Lakucha. Griffin now gets the ball behind the back 3, and Baldwin now makes it 2-0 to Steaua Bucharest. A brilliant bit of football there from Christian Lakucha, beats the defensive line, and Baldwin makes no mistake. Baldwin to Griffin, Griffin with a through ball to Baldwin. Keeper going the wrong way completely, and Baldwin has an easy attempt to put the ball in the back of the net, and he does exactly that with a brilliant performance. Now Griffin has the ball, he finds Arthur Masuaku, who finds Baldwin, and Baldwin plays it into Lakucha, and Lakucha makes it 3-0. Christian Lakucha on the score sheet this time, 3-0. This is unbelievable scenes here for Steaua Bucharest. Baldwin inside to Lakucha, and Lakucha side-footed past Asensio into the back of the net, and we're only 30 minutes into this game. We're absolutely smashing them. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to go into defensive mode for the rest of this game, because we are absolutely dominating this. And we're just going to tell them to keep their focus, and that we're going to leave it like that. I think I'm really impressed with this. We've got a couple of the young lads in as well, a couple of the youth players, Maxim at right back, and we've also got Marian Lucha in there as well. Opting to go with a little bit of youth rather than experience this time around. We could have brought in Romario Bensar or Bryce DiGiJJ in the right back. I think Bryce DiGiJJ might be injured. Lakucha's just taken a knock, so we're going to look to take him off in a minute. But Baldwin plays Masuaku in. He finds Lakucha. He finds Marian Luca, and the ball goes out for a throw-in courtesy of Mugani. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a substitution now. We're going to take off Lakucha, and Will Keane can come on. And we're going to bring on Vlad Archim for... Undo that mistake. Vlad Archim for Marian Lucha. A bit more experience now in this last 13 or so minutes of the game. Just to see this tie out. We're 3-0 up here, away from home. Here in Turin. This is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant football here at the Old Lady. Kojikaru to Tosca. Tosca looks back, finds Maxima, gets ahead of his marker. Gribbin, Manira, Gribbin, Keane. Gives the ball away though. Good tackle out from Bonucci. And Rugani plays it back to Asensio. Up towards Higuain. Amero makes the tackle. Keane to Masuaka, to Maniru. Maniru cuts inside, finds Arthur Masuaka. Masuaka releases Keane, and that is full time here in Italy. And we have absolutely put the shitters up Juventus. What a performance. What a game. The team absolutely performed in spades in this game. I'm really happy with that. And Man City have beaten Zenit, so that is also good news for us. Which means if we can get a win against Zenit, we're bang in contention to get through here. That was a fantastic game. We're going to praise Baldwin's performance in that last game. And I'm very happy with that. So as you can see here, we've yet to taste defeat this season. Now, touch wood. That is always the kiss of death whenever we say that. But we've got 3 games coming up in the league next before our next game in the Champions League, where we're going to be playing Zenit. So we're going to come back for that on Monday. We're going to play Zenit. We'll probably do a double live com there with Zenit, the 2 Zenit games in one. We've got a Coppa Romane 6th round game against Arges Pitesti 2012. That will be played off camera along with the Politimisoara game. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys. It's quite short and sweet this time, but I hope you've enjoyed this result against Juventus. If you did, please leave a like on the video down below. If you've got any comments on the way that the team played, if you're happy with how things are going, let's have a quick look at the squad actually before we do wrap things up for today. Cyprian Maxim was brilliant in that game, wasn't he? 18 years old now. He's come through the youth system. Only played a small handful of games, but he's done well in everything he's done. He's got a lot of developing left to do, but I think he could be one of our mainstay players in a few seasons' time. I don't think the series will continue to see him at his full potential, but I'll probably make the save available in the future that you guys can download. Marian Lucha is probably the best player that we've brought through so far from the youth team. He's got 2 caps for his country. He's developing really nicely. I'm very happy with how he's performing. He's going to be one of the first team players this season for us. He's breaking into that first team now at the age of 19. We've also got Christian Lakucha, who we've brought in, who looks fantastic from Betraya Doamna. Very happy with his development. He's been pretty much a first team player right from the outset, really. But Romanian football's in a decent shape at the moment. Obviously, we've got the likes of Valentin Kojikaru, Alin Tosca, George Puskas, who came in. We've bought him in from Malmo, 600 grand. Good. Well, they paid 600 grand. We paid 2 million. Sorry about that. I think he could do a job. But just looking at retraining him at the minute, he could hopefully get into a shadow striker role. He's got the stats for it. Romario Bental we've brought in. So we're keeping the main bulk of Romanian players in there the best we can. We've also got a few English players. We've got an American, and obviously we've got the brilliant Arthur Masuaka, the Congolese left back, who's done fantastically well since coming to us. So yeah, guys, if you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget we beat Juventus 3-0 away from home. Leave a like on the video down below. Subscribe if you're new. But until Monday, see you again soon.